of course, Puna, star of the show. Una Casello. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Neve and I'd love to give you all a very warm welcome. So as the title of this video suggests, we'll be doing a book haul. So the books I'll be showing you today, they have been bought since New Year's, I want to say, up until recently. So they have not all been bought at once. I have been pacing myself buying them. Also, a lot of them are from The Works. So if you're from the UK, The Works is like a stationery book chain that we have, but they also have really, really good offers on books of series. If by any chances you are near any of those stores, always go and have a look because they've got some good deals going on. They do one that's a really good one, 3 books for £6, which is really, really good. They also do really good prices for some of these new books as well that are coming out. I would recommend The Works a lot. Without further ado, let's get this haul started. We have got Babble. So this is by R.F. Kuang. I do apologise if I butcher this. I can't actually remember if I featured this in a video before, because I can't remember when I bought this book specifically. I do have a feeling that I haven't shown it on this channel before. Yeah. But yeah, so got Babble. I am looking forward to reading it because I know it got a lot of hype a year or so ago. But yeah, can't wait. So the next book was a Christmas gift. I got it from my family's Secret Santa. I put it on my list because I really liked the cover, and that is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. This is by Laurie Gilmore. Can I just say, I love that her name is synonymous with Gilmore Girls. Like, but spelt differently, if you know. But yeah, love that programme. Look at that cover. It is just so pretty. I love a good cover. But I'm also looking forward to reading this book because I know that she is coming out with another book, and that is called The Cinnamon Bun Cafe, if I'm not mistaken, or something along those lines, if it's not up it on the screen. When it comes to this book, I feel like I'm a little bit late on the game with it. For some reason I feel like it's been out for the longest time ever. I did hear a lot of hype about it, but then I've not really had much since, but I'm really looking forward to reading it, and that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, and this is by Gabrielle Stephen. At my local works, I had 2 different copies of the cover for this book. So I think it was either black or white, or it was not black or white, but it was very monochromed. But I loved this one because I loved the sort of the look and the waves and the metallic of it. So I went for this one. But again, I just love pretty covers of books. Big fan. The next book is another Works buy, and when I say about the deals that the Works have, this one's going to show you. So this one is Sister Stardust. This is by Jane Green, and yes, if you can see that right, I got it for £1.50. I have noticed slightly I am branching out into different genres. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I was primarily reading fiction romances or YA romances, but I have noticed since reading like ACOTAR series, I've been getting into fantasy. Now I'm sort of getting into mystery sort of ones, if that's the right wording. But yes, can I just say the colours that have been used on this book, the oranges and the greens, this is gonna be like a perfect summer holiday book, I reckon. But yes, another thing, I'm not a big fan of having real people on the covers, but it is a pretty cover. Another book to showcase the great deals of the Works, and that is The Comeback, and this is by Lily Chu. I've heard some things about this book, but I'm just really looking forward to getting into it. This style of cover is starting to grow on me with this animated like cartoon sort of look, if that's the right way to say it. But also I love how this is like based on like South Korea, so in my head I'm like, is it going to be like a Korean drama that I have watched previously? Like, is it going to be following them lines? I cannot wait to find that out. The next books I'm going to show you because they're part of the series, and that series is by Megan Quinn, and that is the Kane Brothers series. So I only have the first 2 books at the moment. So I have Not So Meet Cute and So Not Meant to Be. Again, like Look how good the work steals, £2.50. One thing that does put me off about these covers is having a real life person. I don't know why. It's just, I don't think it's cute. I'm sorry, I don't. Then we have Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. This is Ali Hazelwood's YA book, and I got this in Tesco's on a club card price. Gotta love a club card price. I saw it and I was like, should I get it? And I was like, go on then. But yes, so this is her YA book, which I'm quite looking forward to getting into. I really do like Ali Hazelwood's writing and her style writing in her previous books. So the next book I didn't necessarily buy. It is my sister's, but she left it at home and she hasn't claimed ownership of it again. But that is the Furgon Suicides. Not gonna lie, I had no clue what this is about until I looked up it and the film. So yes. So I'm really intrigued to read this and get to know the story about these sisters. The next book is another Christmas present, and that is You Again by Katie Goldbeck. I literally saw this on the Waterstones website and I was just like, I need that book for my collection. Like the autumnal leaves, the oranges, oh, I really love this cover, and especially with the yellow. I think it's so cute, and like, look how cute the characters look. But yes, again, I haven't seen much or heard much about this book, but I saw that Ali Hazelwood left a review, so I was like, if she loves it, I'm sure I'll love it too. So the next book I feel like is very different from what I'm normally reading, and that is The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams. I saw this in the works. Again, it was on a really good offer, and something about this cover drew me in, especially the title, The Dictionary of Lost Words. I was like, what could that mean? It's sort of set at the time of like the Great War, so I was like, that explains the poppies and everything, but I was just really intrigued by the title and like what it could mean. So yeah, I cannot wait to read that. Okay, this next book again was purchased because I really liked the cover. I just gave a sneak peek there, and that book is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. Yes, like, do I need to say another thing? Like, look at that cover. Something I liked about this book is on the blurb, it's literally got some few words, and that blurb says, don't chase fate, let fate chase you. And just think about that, I was like, oh my gosh, what? I was like, that is like the thing I need to keep in my brain at the moment. The next book is again something that I feel like is different from books that I previously read, and that is Her Majesty's Royal Coven. So when I saw that title, I was like, Coven makes me think witchy. I was like, and I'm thinking it's gonna have to be set in Victorian times, like with that sort of thing. But again, I'm not too sure. But I really love just this bright pink and yellow cover. Again, it is giving mystery, sort of fantasy, witchy vibes, which is very different from what I have previously read. The next book I bought because it was on such a good deal, but also I liked the concept of it, and that is What Time Is Love by Holly Williams. So from what I get from the blurb of this book, it involves two people, 3 different decades, and what is involved in them decades, which I find is a really cool concept, like having like time shifts and how these people interacted and how they lived their lives during those time shifts. So that's something I'm really excited to get into. So the next book is the second book in the Maple Hills series, and that is Wildf by Hannah Grace. I really enjoyed Icebreakers, so I have a lot of faith that I will like this one. Again, I got this one in Tesco's on club card offer. I was like, do I get it again? And I was like, Okay, I'll get it. I really loved the cover of Icebreakers and how simple it was, and I really like this one as well with the two characters. So the next lot of books I'm going to do together, just because they came together as gifts from my brother and his partner, and they kindly got me a Waterstones gift voucher for Christmas, and yeah, and I bought these lot of books with it. So the first book that I have is Sarah J Maas, Throne of Glass. This is the first book in the Throne of Glass series. Since reading ACOTAR and everything, it's just, I love her writing and I just love her storytelling. I cannot wait to read this. Sticking with Sarah J Maas, I have A Court of Wings and Ruin and A Court of Frost and Starlight. Spoiler alert, I have read A Court of Wings and Ruin already, and that will be up in one of my videos coming up. I have not read this one yet, but I'm looking forward to it because it is such a short one compared to the previous book. But yes, I cannot wait to read on with the series of this little book. So to finish off that little pile of books, I have the first book in the Bridgerton series, The Duke and I. This is by Julia Quinn. I'm sure everyone has watched the first two series of the Netflix series and waiting for the third one, like myself. I just really wanted to read the books to compare them, and I was very surprised to see how different, I don't want to spoil anything, but how different they are compared. I still want to read all the books, so that'll be my next purchase, is the next book in the series. Again, spoiler, I have read this one as well, and it will be in my video coming up with some of the other books. We then have Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I am a big fan of Lauren Asher's work and her writing style and her storytelling. I have read the first two books of the Dreamland Billionaire series, just got the last one to go, and then I will be starting the Love Redesigned series. I think that's the series it's going to be. Oh, the Lakefront Billionaire series. Sorry guys, I just want to finish that season. I can get on with this one, but I love the style, the cover of these books, and then I love, I just really like the way her covers look. Yes, I cannot wait to read this. The next book that I bought was The Hunting Moon, and this is by Susan Dennard. Some of these authors I've not heard much or nearly anything about these books and these authors. I just sort of buy from the covers, and if I get the vibe and if I like the vibe of the blurb and everything. I was like, The Hunting Moon, I was like, that's really interesting, and like the flowers and everything. And then also when I read the blurb, I was like, let's give it a go. This year I want to branch out to different genres, to give everything a go instead of just sticking to the same one. So that's what I went with a lot of the books. Yes, I cannot wait to read this. The next book, again, I have not read or heard much from the author, but I have read this book, and as I said before, the other two books I will be mentioning them and giving my thoughts on them in a future video. This book is By the Book, and this is by Jasmine Guillory. I hope I'm not butchering that. Again, I've not read anything by this author before. I haven't really heard anything from this author, but in the works it was on offer for £1, and I was like, I can't go wrong. When I do my little reading wrap up in the future, this will be, and I'll go into more detail of what I thought and everything. But yes, but I just really love the title, By the Book, and then this sort of cover, it's like very Romeo and Juliet. So the next lot of books are very similar to the pile that I got as a gift. These are a gift and they were from one of my besties. All the books are by Ella Maisie. Not gonna lie, I have not read any of her books. I've had bits and pieces here and there about her books, but I'm really looking forward to reading them, and I'm very grateful that I got a little collection of her books. From what I have seen, all these books are standalones. If I'm mistaken, I do apologise, but that's what I feel like they are, because I haven't seen anything about series, but I could be wrong. Do not take my word for it. So to start off, we have Charlie, Love and Cliches, The Hardest Fall, To Hate Adam Connor, To Love Jason Thorne, and finally Marriage for One. So yes, I'm very grateful that they were gifted to me. And one thing I love is how all of these books, their sort of spines match in a way. They're like always, they sort of go together. So the next book that I have left in this haul, I think now I'm seeing the little sticker on it. I think I bought this with another 2 books, but I can't remember what books they were. I think they were another 2 of the Chestnut Spring series, but I cannot be too sure, so we're just gonna leave that as that. But I have read this book and it will be mentioned in a future video, and that book is The 3 Dahlias. This is by Katie Watson. It is a murder mystery sort of thing. From the blurb, I don't want to give those spoilers until that other video, but yes, the reason I picked this book up was because of this cover, like the flowers and the house. I just think it looks cool, and I was like really intrigued by the blurb. And again, as I said previously, I feel like I'm repeating myself, just branching out to different genres this year and reading different books and styles. So yeah, that's why I picked it up. And there we have it. We have made it to the end of the video. As mentioned previously, my next video out should be my March reading wrap up, possibly my April joint together. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe. You don't have to, it's really up to you, but I would be very grateful and appreciative if you did. But yes, also guys, if you have read any of these books in this haul, or if you'd recommend them, or any other video ideas, let me know. But I hope you guys have a lovely day or evening wherever you are watching this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.